And isn't it interesting that Elon Musk with SpaceX can do it efficiently and cost effectively, and NASA couldn't? The difference between an entrepreneur and government, the difference between not having the same level of regulation that government has inflicted upon itself. Isn't it interesting? And go back and look, and I'm not a fan of electric cars. I'm just not. I'm a fan of hybrid vehicles. I believe that hydrogen plays a much larger role than a lot of people do. But I'm going to use Elon Musk again as an example. When he came up with Tesla, read all the articles about how Tesla was going to fail, how it couldn't make money, how it couldn't be profitable by all these experts. And isn't it interesting that Tesla is the only electric vehicle company that's been successful? GM, Ford, and Chrysler are struggling with their electric vehicles. Tesla doesn't have the luxury of selling full-size pickups, making 25, 30, 40,000 bucks on a single product to offset the losses that they're incurring in their electric vehicles. Elon Musk started from zero, and yet our great car companies couldn't. Entrepreneur versus bureaucracy. Regulated processes versus efficient processes. Results-driven processes. Interesting, with electricity, and artificial intelligence is going to play huge in the coming years. People don't realize AI requires anywhere from 3 to 7 times more power than the number one power consumer in the world, which is the internet. I don't think Americans, as a rule, sit back and say, wow, how much power does it take? How much energy is required to effectively run the internet in our cellular systems? It's crazy. Artificial intelligence is going to demand 3, 4, 5 times more power than the internet. Take it a step further. Currently, how do we create electricity? Well, it's either through fossil fuel or the vast majority is through water that generate. What's the term for hydro? Yeah, hydropower. Thank you. Very little is done by wind farms. Very little is done by solar panels. And trust me, if the government wasn't subsidizing solar panels, if the government wasn't subsidizing wind farms, there wouldn't be any. Because no one's figured out how to do it. And the return on the investment simply isn't there. That and they're ugly. It takes fossil fuels to create them. It takes fossil fuels to dispose of them. They're ugly.